Welcome in, FG fam, to another episode of the Colorado Rockies franchise here on MLB The Show 22. And the Rockies are surprisingly above 500 here as we make our run into the All-Star break, taking on the Atlanta Braves in a critical situation. Richard Rodriguez on the hill trying to close out the Atlanta Braves to start this episode, and what a glove from Ryan Mcmahon to get the job done as the Rockies get a 4-3 win at home against the Atlanta Braves. This team has been surprising to start the season, no doubt, in a very tough NL West division. Garrett Hampson with a big home run in that game. 3 RBIs for Randall Grichuk and a big triple. But our first full game of the episode will be against the Cleveland Guardians, who you guys wanted to see. So Cleveland Guardians, a 3-game set. We'll see what we can do. The lineup, a little bit having to move around. We've got some injuries going on, but Chris Bryant, Crone, and Grichuk in the center of that order. 37-30 is our record right now at home against Coors Field, and we're taking on that man right there. One of the better players in all of baseball, Jose Ramirez. 272 average on his season thus far, and Senzatella has not had a great year to open up. Pretty poor whip, very poor ERA, and Miles Straw to lead off the game is going to get a bloop single into left center field. Grichuk will throw it on to second base, but there you go, leadoff runner on. Ahmed Rosario goes down swinging, but the steal to second base for Miles Straw will put a guy in scoring position for Jay Ram, who will hit this one on to Ryan Mcmahon and become out number 2 of the first inning. Here's Bobby Bradley, and this one is hit in the air into center field, and Randall Grichuk is under it, and he will make the play. We get through that top half. Senzatella does his job despite giving up a leadoff hit. Here's Garrett Hampson to lead off for us, and that is an infield fly ball that is going to get taken care of by Bobby Bradley over at first base. Cal Quantrill on the mound for Cleveland here today. Chris Bryant into center field, and there's the first base hit for Colorado of the day on a 3-1 count. C.J. Crone up at the dish, batting .255 on the year, and this one just doesn't get through the infield, and it is turned for 2 to end the first inning. So Quantrill, Senzatella, a little shaky in the first inning. We'll be back early in this episode. Drop a like. And we're back for the top half of the second inning. Here's Josh Naylor, barely nowhere as he hits this one. And Hampson just can't make the laying out catch there in right center. And Naylor's on base. There's Austin Hedges up at the plate. He'll take a walk, and that'll lead to Andres Jimenez with a little dribbler on to Rogers. He can't turn 2 by himself. And we've got 2 away here in the top of the second for Bradley Zimmer, who goes down swinging. He didn't like it. He's disappointed in himself for swinging at such a low pitch, but he does. Randall Grichuk to lead off the bottom of the second, and he gets a base hit on a 2-2 count, putting the leadoff runner on, and a pretty quick one at that. Here's Sam Hilliard up at the plate, and he swings, and this one is a drive deep to right field, and it is out of here as it is barely inside the foul pole, but it is for the 13th homer of the year for Sam Hilliard. And that's going to give the Rockies a 2-0 lead at home as he crosses the plate. There you go. Rockies on top against the Guardians. Continuing in the bottom half of the second, very next batter is Ryan Mcmahon, and this is a drive to left, and that one is over the wall. Back-to-back jacks from the Colorado Rockies here in the second inning, and they're going to take the 3-0 lead. Ryan Mcmahon, his 6th home run of the year. That one went .385. Pretty tiny exit velo considering the home run. Here's a bloop, and that's going to get in front of Grichuk here in the top of the third with 2 away, and that is going to score the first run of the day for the Guardians. Josh Naylor, barely nowhere, back up at the plate here in the top of the third, and that's a base hit that they're going to stretch into 2 baggers. From second is Bobby Bradley for the run, and it is 3-2 now. Chris Bryant coming up in the bottom of the third, and Bryant laces one out to center field, and that one is over the wall. Chris Bryant gets a big home run here in this one. That home run helps to extend this Colorado Rockies lead. It is the 10th one of the year for Chris Bryant. We move to the top of the fourth, where in this 4-2 game, this one's a deep drive over to center into the corner. Grichuk giving chase, but that is going to score a run. And a big triple for the Cleveland Guardians as they have a fast runner just 90 feet away for the tie. And Rosario, the base knock into right field, is going to score said run on a 3-1 count off of Senzatella. He is not getting the job done here in this top half of the fourth. And John Curtis coming into the ball game in relief. 1.64 ERA. He's actually had a pretty darn good year. Here's Bradley Zimmer, and he is going to take the strikeout looking. Never want to go down looking in that situation, but he does. Here's Miles Straw, and this one barely tapped on a McMahon. Nice throw to first, and that'll get us through the middle of the sixth inning. We're tied. Here's C.J. Crone up at the plate, and this is a weakly hit ground ball over to Ramirez, who will make the throw onto Bradley for out number one. Here's Grichuk in the bottom of the sixth. He goes down swinging on the high inside slider from Quantrill, who's still in the ball game. Then Quantrill going to walk Sam Hilliard to get a runner on base here with two away. Ryan McMahon comes up, and he laces it into center, but it is gloved out in center field. Miles Straw making the play. End of the sixth, tie it at 4. We're going to come back for the exciting conclusion, so don't go anywhere. We're back here at the top half of the seventh inning. John Curtis with the pitch, and this one is a fly ball. That's going to get caught. And we are going to the middle of the seventh. Here is Sam Hentges. He will be the pitcher for Cleveland. Hasn't been a great start to his year as everybody's batting over 300 against him. Here's Garrett Hampson. This one could get down. No, what a glove. And what a defensive play to end the seventh. Back to John Curtis in the top half of the eighth. And this one is going deep against the wall. It will hit the wall, and they've got a double with one out. So a one-out double for the Cleveland Guardians in the top of the eighth. Are they going to do anything with it? Well, we're going to attempt to prevent that as in comes Jose Alvarado for the Rockies. A 4.38 ERA on his year thus far. And that, a ball? Come on, Blue. That was no doubt a strike. Alvarado gets robbed, and now Franimal coming off the bench to pinch hit. He's going to go down swinging on the cutter inside. 96 miles an hour for Alvarado. Here's Miles Straw, and that one, potentially a ball, probably a ball, let's be honest. But it'll be a strikeout looking, and C.J. Crone up at the plate in the bottom of the eighth. Absolutely jackhammers this thing out to center field. It is gone on a 3-1 count, and C.J. Crone hits a long ball, an absolute moonshot, 480 feet for his 5th home run of the season. The Rockies are happy to have him back off the injured list. Here's Richard Rodriguez looking to get his 18th save of the season, a 3.48 ERA, kind of even against righties and lefties, a little worse against righties. Here's a righty, and Grichuk going to be able to take care of that for out number one. Can Colorado close this thing out? 2 outs away, and it is J. Ram up at the plate, and that's why we highlighted him before the game. If anyone's going to do it, it's him, and he does. To the short porch in right field, and that thing is out of here for J. Ram's 17th home run of the year. Never mind short porch. That thing was hit 457. It was a no-doubter in any portion of the park. And now going to extra innings. It wouldn't be an FG video without going to extras. As Emmanuel Klosse comes in, he has been dynamite early in the season, and this one is hit, and that is a gapper out to right center field. A good start here in the bottom of the ninth, even though there's one away on the full count for Connor Joe. Here comes Brendan Rodgers, and this one is going to be an easy infield fly ball for Bobby Bradley to handle, and that's out number 2 in the ninth. Elias Diaz coming up, and Diaz laces this one out to right field, but there is a defender there to make the grab and get us into extra innings. So yes, indeed, it would not be an FG video without going to extra innings. So Klosse shuts the door, and we'll be back. And we are back to watch Alex Colome come into this game. He has not had a great start to his year either, but he's pitching a little bit better than his ERA would tell you. But you're not going to be able to tell that from this hit, as that one is perfectly in the gap and will score the free runner from second. It is a triple for Cleveland. and they take a 7-5 lead. Here is the hit into center field, and Randall Grichuk will take care of it for the first out, but the tag-up runner will score 3 runs in the top of the 10th for the Cleveland Guardians, and here's the Franimal. He puts one into right field, and that one's going to go all the way to the corner. The Franimal is going to find himself on second base with just one away. Cleveland could do even more damage here as Klosse has not been the answer in the 10th thus far. Here's Miles Straw. He's jammed, and Klosse can take care of this one himself, and he will for the second out. So with 2 away in the top of the 10th, Ahmed Rosario comes up. This one's hit to Garrett Hampson out in right field, and he will glove it and take us through the middle of the 10th. So 3 runs needed for Colorado. We'll see if they can pick them up. Garrett Hampson, they're going to stretch Klosse for another inning. He's got 21 pitches in already, and that one called strike 3. Umps might want to go home here. There's Chris Bryant. This one's hit into the gap. That one's going to get down. Chris Bryant's going to maybe stretch himself to second base. He does. Free runner does not score from second. But 2 runners in scoring position for C.J. Cron, who puts one right down the right field line. This one's going all the way in the corner. Cron, man, I tell you, they're happy to have him back, as that double's going to score 2 and leave a runner in scoring position with just 1 away here. 1 run down for Colorado. Can they extend this game? Now Cleveland going to take out Emmanuel Klosse and put James Karinchak into the game. He is way better against righties than lefties. And Randall Grichuk happens to be a righty who goes down on a knuckle curve. What a pitch from Karinchak. Here's Sam Hilliard. He's been known to hit some bombs. This one not quite on the ball. And that'll be taken care of to end the game for Cleveland. What an exciting game here today, despite the fact that Colorado takes the L. But what a game. Another extra inning game here on the channel. Always a good bet to go to extra innings here on this channel. Chris Bryant with a home run. C.J. Cron with a big home run shot. McMahon, all guys coming through here big, but J-Ram just a little too much as he gets this thing to go to extra innings. And we just end up losing there. We should have closed this thing down, but Richard Rodriguez blows it. And I know there's probably going to be a couple people in the comments that are going to hate him for it, and rightfully so. As we move into the next series here that we're going to get a game from, as we drop 2 out of 3 to Cleveland, and we are going to be taking on the Miami Marlins in Miami, Florida. Again, same kind of lineup here. 41-32 is our record. 27-46 for the Marlins. Here's Sixto Sanchez. Very big-time up-and-coming pitcher for them. A 3.26 ERA and 1.32 whip so far. Pretty mediocre, 4-2 record. And Kyle Freeland pitching for us here in the bottom of the first gets the strikeout. They got runners on the corners. You got to watch out. Soler gets struck out. Avisail Garcia comes up, and he laces one right into Hampson's glove. So big scoring opportunity for Miami that they kind of befuddled there. We go to the top of the third where Brendan Rodgers comes up to the plate, and Rodgers puts this thing down the left field line. That's going to end up going for a double. So Brendan Rodgers with a leadoff double in the top of the third, giving Colorado a chance. Connor Joe here trying to bring him in. The very next batter, and he puts one right into the gap all the way up the alleyway there. Easy double. And Connor Joe gets himself an RBI. So a 1-0 lead for Colorado. End up doing nothing else after that. But we go to the bottom of the 5th where Freeland's still in the game. And I think it's about time he comes out, as that one's hit right into the bullpen. Knocks a dude right into the wall somehow. And Garrett Cooper has his 6th home run of the year. 373 feet. That thing was destroyed. And Chris Bryant comes up in the top of the 6th and says, anything you can do, I can do better, as there's somebody on base. And that long ball from Chris Bryant gets Colorado back the lead and happens to be his 11th home run of the season. 392 feet on a 103 exit velo. Jorge Soler comes up in the bottom of the 6th, and Iglesias trying to turn 2, and it is going to work out to end the 6th inning. Colorado remains with a 3-1 lead. We'll see if they can keep hanging on to it. Connor Joe up at the plate against Zach Pop here in the top of the 7th, and Connor Joe does it again right into the alley, and that is a leadoff double for Connor Joe in the top of the 7th. We'll see what kind of damage can be done. And his 19th double of the year. Here's Garrett Hampson, and Hampson puts this thing down in right field. That is going to hold to a single, but Connor Joe scoring from second base, extending that Colorado lead to 4-1. Here's Jose Iglesias. Iglesias is going to get a bloop single into left field, and there is now 2 runners on base with just 1 away. How much more can Colorado do to extend this lead? Chris Bryant comes up. He hits this one really nicely into the alleyway, all the way up against the wall. That's like the 3rd one we've seen go there. Couple by Connor Joe, but Chris Bryant's there is going to score 2 runs on a 2 RBI double, make it 6-1. No way the bullpen can blow this, right? Well, we'll find out. Here comes Todd Ramirez. He's got a 3.04 ERA on the season. Way better against righties than lefties. Lefties have shelled him all year. And fortunately for him, he's got a righty at the plate. But unfortunately for him, that pitch gets absolutely hammered into the bullpen. That's a second ball to go there. And Miami gets themselves a solo shot from Bryant Anderson. A pretty weak exit velo, but a big home run for Miami to try to inch their way back into this ball game at 7-2. We'll see what they can do. Still more to come as Jesus Aguilar up at the plate. He hits this one deep out to right field. Hampson back, and he will glove it for out number 1. Here comes Jorge Soler in the bottom of the 9th. Matt Wisler up there, and that is out number 2. Matt Wisler's got to deal with Avisail Garcia, who hits this one right to Hampson, I believe, for the 2nd time today. And that'll be our final. 7-2. Colorado gets the road win. So we get a dub, we get an L here in this episode. You'll love to see it, though, as Colorado continues to be above 500, which I really did not expect. Chris Bryant with a home run, a double, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Just an absolutely huge game from him. Connor Joe, 2 for 4, 2 doubles, an RBI. Brennan Rodgers had a double. Garrett Hampson with an RBI on 2 for 5. Kyle Freeland picks up the win, 7 innings pitched. He did give up a run or so, but no big real deal there. 9-2 on the season, a 3.16 ERA. He's been one of our better pitchers, if not our best pitcher, all year long as far as starters are concerned. Cooper and Anderson hit solo shots in this one. That was about it. So Miami not really doing the small ball as we continue to the end of June here against the Dodgers. And we will work our way into July, where we'll get through all of July on next episode. As we take a look at the standings, Tigers leading that Central. And hey, who would have thought that, right? Astros leading the Mariners. That's kind of as you would expect. The American League wildcard, Blue Jays and Red Sox all chasing the Rays out there in the East. In the NL East, the Mets have a half a game lead over the Braves, 4.5 over the Phillies. Cardinals half a game over the Cubs, very tight Central. Dodgers 4 over the Padres. We're actually 10 back out of our division, but we are tied for the second wild card spot with the Cubs, which is really surprising to me. We got some guys that are outright playing great. Garrett Hampson batting .308. He's playing well. Charlie Blackmon has gone on the injured list, but Crone batting .253 with 7 homers. Now that he's back and he's going to get some games under his belt, we'll see if he can continue doing what he's been doing. John Curtis has been amazing out of the pen. Hopefully we get more of that from him. Colome has been trash, but we'll see what we can do. Trade deadline will be coming up in the episode after next because I want to get into all the All-Star festivities, whatever. We'll take a look at those All-Star games. Maybe we'll have some guys to player lock for you so you can see some of that young talent coming up through the ranks. As you can see, here's their numbers, and we've got some guys in the Yard Goats really doing well. A .294 average with 4 home runs for Jameson Hanna. That is a hell of a player right there. We got a .455 average from Muhammad Banks in his 15 games in AA, so hopefully maybe they'll get more of a look in AA the way that they're playing, and maybe we'll get to see some of these guys in these All-Star festivities. We'll take a look at that. We'll probably manage the MLB All-Star game and see if there's anything that we can do to bring in any of our players. I don't even know that we have very many All-Star guys, but we'll take a look in the next episode. All-Star race is coming up. Hopefully you guys are excited. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you check out the links to the description, in the description to the Discord and the Twitch. And thank you to all the channel members: Cascray Gaming, Rigoberto Ramirez, Raider Bear Comics, Christian Horn, Derek Vance, T-Clink24, TNJ, Jeffrey Kendrick, David Morslander, and B-Dub Productions. I love all you guys, and I hope to see you on the next one. Hope you're excited as I am.
I feel you back somehow.